Hey. He's like, oh, fuck. Don't worry about it. Top 10 WWE wrestlers of all time.
Yeah.
Whose list is this going to be? Paul's?
It's going to be mine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do your thing.
So, what I was telling the fellas, just real quick, is I almost scored an interview with Mankind, man. Oh, he was like super cool about it. He's like, I just don't go on other people's podcasts because I got my own. So now I just got to watch his. I bet it's fire. If he's just talking about wrestling.
That's probably a sweet podcast.
Oh my God. Yeah. I didn't even know it. So I'm going to check it out for sure. But, so yeah, man, this was tough. This was tough. And I was pleasantly surprised by your list.
Thank you.
Not like because you don't know your shit, but like how close it was to mine. I thought you were gonna go like all fucking weird and shit.
Like back in the day, those are the guys
like Ricky the Dragon Steamboat and
Jimmy Fox,
Jake the Snake.
Like
Jake
the Snake was definitely in there.
So that's why I'm gonna start with some honorable mentions, and y'all are gonna freak out because you're gonna be like, how the fuck are some of these not?
British Bulldog,
fire.
Yeah,
the tag team champs, all that.
Yeah, dude.
And Nuggets lost their 4th in a row. Fuck yeah, I'm going to have a meltdown. Okay, just got the update. Anyway, let's not do this. Honorable mentions, Triple H.
Of course.
Sting. Chill.
No. It's all good.
Bret the Hitman Hart.
For sure.
Kevin Nash, a.k.a. Diesel. He was Scott Hall, a.k.a. Razor Ramon. Mm-hmm. Diamond Dallas Page.
DDP.
Rowdy Roddy Piper.
Yeah.
China.
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
Rey Mysterio.
Okay.
Eddie Guerrero. And I love my Chicano wrestlers, man. I wanted to get one of them in, but I just couldn't do it. Rest in peace, Eddie Guerrero. Now, let me ask you, obviously Mankind, who was your favorite Mankind or Mick Foley character? You had Mankind, Dude Love, and Cactus Jack.
Yeah.
Do you remember them all?
No.
Mankind was like the mask and depressed, crazy, dark dude.
Yeah.
Dude Love was like the dude that wore the tie-dye and he was like a ladies' man. And he came out. And then Cactus Jack was like the psychopath, like the fucking, like, yeah.
The one with the mask.
Mankind was the
one that got thrown off Hell in a Cell.
Yeah,
so.
dude.
I watched Mankind and The Rock fight live in Greensboro.
Fire.
Yep, Yep, shout out to people who know it was WWF. Anyway, let's start off with number 10. Now, my number 10 is probably the only one where I had threw in a little bit of personal in there. Because if you asked me to really make a top 10, like, I always say this, for a magazine or a blog, this dude would not be in there.
Okay.
But he was like the peak of what I watched. Number 10.
What we got?
What we got, Bugs?
It's up there.
Goldie.
Number 10, baby.
He's the man.
Yep. This says it all, right? Remember? Oh, yeah. Dude.
Yeah.
Listen, I know a lot of people, they hate on Goldberg. A lot of people hate on Goldberg.
Why?
He was really sloppy. He was like he was like the meathead. He didn't. So like one of the big things about wrestling is you have to take care of the person you're wrestling. You don't hurt anybody. And this motherfucker ended Bret Hart's career with a kick to the jaw.
That happens.
Like, so a lot of people, and he was kind of like a plant, like WCW rushed him through and they needed a superstar, but man,
he was wicked.
That streak going against NWO, like he was my guy.
Yeah.
So that's my number 10. Truth said, you said 8 of my 10. I want to see the other 2. Damn, okay. Nash is cool as hell. Got to pick with him. Yeah. Nugs just lost by 15. Let's not do this.
Damn.
So number 10, Goldberg. And then let's see, number 9. Number 9 is my guy.
Yeah.
Macho. Remember this intro?
Oh, yeah.
Only Macho Man would have pomp and circumstance as his
Slam into a Slim Jim.
Macho Man Randy Savage. Yeah. Like one of the best voices.
The best.
Just he's the best. Yeah, like I like his partnership with Miss Elizabeth, always coming to the ring. Yeah, Elizabeth, they got me. Let me tell you guys. Like he always looks like he's gonna blow a blood vessel every time he's talking, dude.
Great promos.
Like he definitely. You said WWE on Facebook. Goldberg's WWE career was lackluster at best. I mean, it lasted for 20 years, bro. Like he wrestled Brock Lesnar for the last time in 2018.
Damn.
You gotta give him his props, and he was one of the biggest superstars at one time. So, but Macho Man Randy Savage, definitely my number 9, the man.
WWE, that we're counting WWF, right?
Listen, WWE is everything. It's NWA, it's WCW, it's WWF, it's all WWE. They own it all. They bought it all. So
what's the new league?
What is it? Not TNA. Is it TNA?
Something like that.
TNA. There's Impact. TNT. No, I think it's TNA. I think there's Impact.
Yeah.
Jesse, you could come in and drop all this knowledge. I know you still love that shit.
I've heard TNA is good.
I mean, no,
it's like old school WWF type.
Yeah, there's some dope shit. I haven't been following the past 5 years. So
Yeah,
I lost touch. But all right, number 8, baby. Come on.
Andre.
The 8th wonder of the world. Did you even know he had a theme song?
No.
Me neither.
No.
But that's it right there.
That's hard.
I feel like when you're that big, you have to just have an orchestra. Like you can't have like a hip hop song or like a rock song. It's gotta be just like, I'm gonna come crush you. Andre the Giant. Now, have you guys watched the Andre the Giant documentary on HBO?
Yep.
One of the best documentaries I've ever seen. Like this motherfucker had a life.
Bad for him, man.
I know it was sad, but it was also like
pretty awesome at the same time.
Yeah. So AEW is the other one, number 2 in the US.
AEW.
Yeah. But dude, Andre the Giant, so like back before WWE was like nationally televised, you had territories, wrestling territories all over the country.
Yeah.
Like they didn't you couldn't see them unless you actually went there.
Yeah.
And so like he was the first one to really like travel to each territory because he was such a big superstar.
Yeah.
And then like the craziest story you hear about him is like he couldn't even fit in like plane bathrooms. They had to put a bucket in the middle of the aisle and close the curtains so he could go to the bathroom. And then like one other thing, Ric Flair once said that he got drunk. It took him 100 beers, passed out drunk on the floor of the hotel, and they just had to leave him there.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
You can't move him.
So, crazy life, bro. But definitely a legend. A legend.
Definitely.
Had to rep for the old school. So number 7. I don't know how y'all gonna feel about this, but I got shit to back it up. Mike, you got it. John Cena.
Big star.
Yeah, he should be on there.
Yeah.
Do you know John Cena has the most world championships in wrestling history? I know you think that's funny, but it does matter. It does matter.
Okay.
The reason why is because you can't have the belt put on you unless you build a career and a name for yourself.
I get it.
It's all about money.
But I get it.
So he was that popular for so long, he kept winning the belt.
And I get that, but it's also like counting like Rocky's championship. Like Rocky wanted a heavyweight belt. No, he didn't. It's all made up.
It's a little different because there is a demographic and there is like things they go by to who.
Right.
Ask motherfuckers like Diamond Dallas Page who never got a championship. He never had the draw to put the belt on him.
Right.
But it's like Cena was the guy. He was a whole generation, bro.
That's funny.
I know it's funny to you because you're like a real fighter guy.
Well, it's just like
you love to fight.
No one loves to fight. It's just
you love to fight.
No, I don't actually.
Hang in there, hiatus.
Used to drop kids.
No.
I get the feeling these lists are going to be a little before my dude. So no, there's some people on here that you definitely know. If you don't know the top 4, you shouldn't be in this chat. So, yeah. Okay. But shout out to John Cena. Definitely a new school legend. My number 6, let's go, baby. Let's go, baby.
Shawn Michaels.
Oh, wrong one. Shawn Michaels, baby. Fucking Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels is in yours, right?
Yeah, HB
Heartbreak Kid, baby.
Yeah, for sure. He's the shit.
You know how many people say he's the best in-ring performer ever?
I don't know about that.
No, I'm saying legends say this. Like other legends.
Well, they would know better than me.
They're like, Shawn Michaels is the best in-ring wrestler I've ever seen. And I'm like, he was he was dope.
Yeah, he was the shit, dude.
He also carried the WWF when WCW was spanking him.
Right,
like him and Bret Hart.
Right.
Right up until the Montreal Screwjob. You know what the Montreal Screwjob was? Do you know, like, see, this is like the nerd shit I'm talking about.
No.
I just want to explain it to you real quick. Do it. Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels were the 2 biggest superstars in WWF. This is when NWO was killing them and Goldberg and everybody was killing them. Like they were losing the Monday Night Wars.
Yeah.
Bret Hart's contract in WWF was about to be up. So Vince McMahon wouldn't pay him the money he wanted, so he was going to go sign with WCW. So he agreed to do one more title match with Shawn Michaels before he left. This was in Montreal, where Bret Hart is from.
Okay.
So, but Bret Hart, because he's a fucking hard-headed, like he is a hard-headed dude,
right,
would not give up the title. He didn't want to lose the match. And somehow that was agreed upon. Vince McMahon tried to fight him on it, but he eventually gave in.
Right.
So he just fucking had the ref count a submission against his will when Shawn Michaels puts him in his own move.
That's great.
And he spits on Vince McMahon, storms out.
I remember
and
that.
he writes WCW on the fucking camera. It was one of the craziest.
I remember that.
A lot of people say it was staged. I don't think it was. But that was wild.
Interesting.
But anyway, Shawn Michaels is that dude. Like, so now we can get into my top 5.
Let's go.
Number 5, baby. Rick motherfucking Flair.
Yes, sir.
You guys, I know the Nuggets lost. I don't need to keep needing updates on this. I'm very well aware. So, damn it, wait. I don't know what he's talking about, but Ric Flair, man.
Let's go.
Ric Flair. There's nobody cooler than Ric Flair.
No.
I mean, as far as wrestling goes. I'm pretty sure, like, most of these wrestlers are pieces of shit humans, but we don't got to get into that right
Whatever,
now.
you know?
Yeah, like, so, Ric Flair, the robe. I mean, he was like, his heyday was in, like, the NWA days. I know it's funny. We know NWA is something else, but, and then the WCW days, but, you know, and then now his daughter wrestles, so. Ric Flair's your guy, right?
Yes. Absolutely.
So, all right, okay. That's number 5. Number 4.
If you smell what the rock is cooking.
Argue it, I dare you.
Can't
Cannot
argue that.
argue. Rock could be number 1, number 2, number 3, or I don't care, but he's in the top.
Yeah, 4 seems low.
I mean, you think that until you realize who the top 3 are.
Right.
But is The Rock's the biggest, arguably the biggest wrestling superstar in general ever.
Right.
He's like the Snoop Dogg, you know what I mean? Like, of rap.
Right.
Like, he may not be the best or the most iconic in the sport, but man, that motherfucker's a gigantic star.
Yes.
Him and John Cena, actually.
Yes.
They're both pretty funny. You think what I'm thinking? Aim for the bushes. You know what I'm talking about right away.
Yeah.
So yeah, and did you know The Rock's dad wrestles?
Yeah.
Or wrestled?
Yeah.
Yeah, see? And there's like a video of The Rock at 15 years old watching his dad's match in the WWF. It's so tight.
That's so dope.
Hella dope.
What was his dad's name?
I think it was Rocky Johnson, maybe? Something like that.
That's cool.
You know who gonna know? Jesse, what was The Rock's dad's name? Let us know.
Gotta piss.
Okay. Foley's gonna do his business. So, he still got to learn to go to the bathroom before you leave the house rule.
Yeah, maybe if he didn't get right here right at 7.
The Rock's grandfather wrestled in. Oh, Jesus. You see, Jesse knows the grandfather. The
grandfather.
Where did his mom wrestle? He's like my house. Just kidding. You fuck with The Rock as an actor? Do you like The Rock's movies, Bugs?
Oh, I like him as a wrestler better than as an actor.
Really? I actually like him as an actor. I think he's pretty funny.
I think he's a nice guy. I think he's a cool guy. But I like dynamic acting, and he seems to only be one character.
I mean, he's Maui from Moana, bro.
I mean, that's true. It's probably his best role.
What else? I mean, he's in Jumanji. I like his shit with Kevin Hart. He's pretty funny.
Yeah, I
don't know. He's also Kayla's like celebrity crush. So
Okay.
he doesn't get love in our house for that. I don't know. Should I go to the next one and wait for
let's
Flo?
go to the
All
next one.
Number 3 is the man, bro.
Do it. Yeah.
Stone Cold motherfucking Steve Austin.
Straight up.
Listen, Stone Cold could be number 1 on anybody's fucking list, and I'd be okay with that. Because when you hear people like, Hogan or Flair, they're always saying nobody had a run like Stone Cold. Nobody had a run, and that's pretty true. Injuries fucked him. He should have had like at least a 10 more years added on, but
Right.
from 97 to 2004, nobody was bigger in wrestling.
Nobody was bigger?
In that era, in that run. Like, no, bro, he was the card. Like, he was the card to be on,
Even, I mean, I don't want to give away one of your one or two.
We'll get there.
Okay.
We'll get there. There's other reasons why they have them ahead of him.
Yeah.
Because like The Rock and Stone Cold are kind of the same era. Like they were pretty close. Like who's better, who's bigger.
Right.
So like I think Stone Cold regrets having his career cut short, but
I think The Rock had a way bigger presence than Stone Cold.
Rock is the best talker. He's the best character, absolutely.
Yeah.
But Stone Cold's like his whole dynamic, like the Austin 316.
Oh yeah, I love Stone
the
Cold.
beer truck driving in the arena.
Yeah,
like
trailer
he
trash.
was the man. Stone Cold number 3, by the way. That's where we're at. Stone Cold Steve Austin, foe. Chief. What did you say? Peter Maivia was. Oh, okay. He's talking about something. I was 10 feet from Austin at WrestleMania last year. That's just crazy. But Stone Cold number 3. You cool with that?
Of course.
All right. Let's do it. number 2. You already know. Taker, baby.
Yeah, dude.
The Undertaker. Now, that's who you're going to say, right, Bugs? Like Taker
No, that's
Stone
not
Cold?
who I was going to say.
No. I mean, like you were saying, like people were as big as Stone Cold during...
I think probably who you have number 1. I didn't really look over your list.
Well, okay, maybe.
There's
we'll
only
see.
one left.
Yeah, you know who it is. Honestly, I don't even know how anybody can try to argue this, but hold on.
Dude.
Undertaker.
But you don't think he was bigger? The guy who you have number 1, you don't think was bigger in the late 90s, early 2000s?
Not Stone Cold big.
Okay.
Like, I'll get there.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
Undertaker, longevity,
Been
man.
the GOAT forever, dude.
Dog. And like, can you think of a better character?
No.
Like,
best.
if you think about it now, the Undertaker character should have never worked. It should have never ever worked. I'm a dead guy, and I'm coming. Like it sounds like something like a seasoned wrestling fan during that time would be like, "This is stupid.
Yeah.
This is for kids. You don't have powers.
No, yeah,
You're not dead."
I see that.
But holy shit, it worked, and we fucking loved every second of it.
The dark side.
Dog, he became champion, beat legends in WCW, went on to WWF. Like
He's
the
like
man.
the guy.
He's the
yeah.
man.
He's the guy.
He's the fucking man. And I'm sure he has like a shitload of titles, but you can't really argue Undertaker. His longevity will never be matched.
Never.
So say number 1 is the only reason WWE is still around today.
Yeah.
Are we sure about that?
Let's go.
All right, well, let's do it.
Let's go.
Hey!
Let's go.
Once
dude.
again, Hulk Hogan, number 1. And once again, I'm aware he's kind of a piece of shit person, but we're not talking about that. So
about
don't even
wrestling.
try to get into my chat doing that shit.
He's the guy.
He is.
He's the guy.
He is wrestling, bro.
Yeah. Fantastic.
And he said was the biggest reason WCW beat exactly. So when Hogan went to fucking WCW, that was the biggest superstar. That pretty much made WCW.
Yeah.
Before that, it was like WWF is going to run shit forever.
Right.
Hogan made the choice to jump. And then it was like, oh shit, they got them a superstar. Then went Lex Luger. And then once Kevin Nash and Scott Hall went, dude, it was over.
Yeah.
And it's Hogan, bro.
Yeah.
Did you fuck with Hollywood Hogan, NWO Hogan?
Yeah. I mean, a little bit.
The
You know what I
man.
mean?
And here's the thing. When when WCW did their stupid shit and got bought out because they failed, WWE bought them. They tried to bring in the NWO. And when NWO and Hogan was in WWE, they were killing the superstars.
Yeah, dude.
They were getting more cheers. They were getting louder pops. They were supposed to be the villains, and they were getting bigger pops than Stone Cold and The Rock. So what did WWE do? Cut their legs out.
Yeah.
They cut their legs out from under him.
Of course.
And that's when he went back to Hulk for the second time. So
That's fucking so good.
No Triple H in your list.
he was honorable mention.
Okay.
I mean, you know.
There's just so many.
Exactly. Dog, like I was saying, like
Longevity, though, Triple H.
Triple H is isn't he the CEO now?
Oh, really?
Him and
I'm
McMahon
sure.
run
Oh,
shit.
that's
I'm
right.
Sure. I'm sure.
So I mean, but like when Triple H and Degeneration X
Yeah.
was doing I was all NWO during that time.
Yeah.
I do respect Triple H, but yeah, just couldn't quite sneak in.
Yeah.
So.
There's some greats on that list.
Oh yeah, there you
They're
go.
all
I didn't even mention this. When Hogan turned heel, the first time he went to being a bad guy, a villain.
Yes,
When he came out, dropped the fucking leg on Randy Savage,
Yeah.
that changed wrestling forever. That changed wrestling forever. It did.
Crazy, dude.
The only reason the WWF created the Attitude Era was because of NWO.
Right.
Because they were going to get whopped in the
Right.
fucking ratings. So, yeah. So, you remember like Ted DiBiase?
Of course.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's a lot of people that could be on this fucking list, man.
Yeah, dude. It's a good list.
Jake the Snake Roberts.
Wasn't there a dude named Kane?
Oh, hell, that was Undertaker's, not his real brother, but in
His brother,
Undertaker's
Yeah,
brother.
he should have been in my honorable mention. I forgot.
I like Kane.
Yeah,
I just
for
watched the
sure.
Kane documentary on WWE.
He went
Legends and
hard,
shit.
dude.
Do you remember who Kane was before that? So a lot of the times wrestlers try different characters and they
Yeah.
flop and
Yeah.
nobody remembers them. So
So they turn
he was a dude called Isaac Yankum or some shit. He was a dentist, and they tried him like he's like this mean. It was.
No
I just
wonder
watched the documentary
why.
today, so it's fresh on my mind.
Tight.
Kane is the mayor of Knox County, Tennessee. Yeah, he's a super. He looks like a super nice dude. He's like super cheery. He's not dark at all. So.
Said Kane was fake Diesel.
He was. That's what they did when Kevin Nash went to WCW. They tried to just recreate the Diesel character. It was
That's cool.
It kind of gave him some attitude, but
Yeah.
So that's my top 10.
Should we compare them?
Yeah, throw it. Let's see foes because I think you're
Very close.
Very close. Was number one for you Hogan though?
It's got to be.
No Sheik.
No, Stone Cold Steve Austin. He's my favorite.
Yeah, you can't really argue that.
My favorite.
You can't really argue Stone Cold. No Iron Sheik. Iron Sheik. I mean, no. Okay, let's see. Hulk Hogan said himself in an interview, the one wrestler he never wrestled that he wished he could was Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Sure.
He said because during his run, he was just a different company. And I think he told Stone Cold that on his podcast, which is a great podcast.
He's the man, dude.
Texas Rattlesnake. Okay. Number 2 is Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Taker.
Yeah.
So you have Flair over The Rock. Interesting.
I love Ric Flair.
I love them both, but
just everything about Ric Flair. The Rock is great. I mean, it really, you can't go wrong anyway, but like.
Do you remember the Jericho? Another honorable mention, Chris Jericho.
I remember him.
Do you remember his debut into the WWF? When The Rock's like, you don't even have the decency to say your name. What is your name? He's like, I already told you, it doesn't matter what your name. That whole promo, bro. The Rock is just,
he's great.
He's a go, bro.
Yeah.
Ravishing Rick Rude. Yeah, you talking about some old school legends. Remember Sergeant Slaughter?
Yeah.
Remember Dink and Doink? Just kidding.
I do remember.
Nobody fucking.
Is that the clown, right?
Yeah, they were terrible,
but
they were like in our heyday. Okay.
That's fun.
So you have Macho Man 6. Okay, Sting. You got Sting in your top 10.
Dude, he was huge.
I love Sting. I love Sting. Because Sting and Goldberg and Diamond Dallas Page were the only good guys in WCW while they were running shit.
Sting was
those three versus the NWO.
Wasn't Sting the one? He would always like pop up out from underneath the ring and shit.
Do you like Surfer Sting or the Crow Sting?
The Crow Sting.
Do you remember Surfer Sting?
No.
Oh, that was I would say he was that for like a good decade.
I remember the crow face.
He had the flat top blonde haircut and he had like the hot pink paint instead of.
I don't remember.
So the reason why he changed is because of NWO. Like they couldn't take him seriously as like a baby face.
You got to turn it up.
So yeah, but no, the Crow Sting was the shit.
Badass.
Coming down from the
dude.
And yeah, he carried into WWF pretty well. So, and then you got Shawn Michaels, of course. Goldberg's in yours too. Goldie. So many fucking like hardcore wrestling fans hate Goldberg, dude.
I liked him.
I understand why they hate him, but I just couldn't. I loved Goldberg. When he was killing people, I loved him so much.
Hit him with
Although I did root against him when I was watching. I wanted Kevin Nash to beat him so bad, and he did.
The spear. And he speared people.
Jackhammer too. Andre shouldn't be last on any list. You got Andre last.
I mean, he's in there though.
He's not even on yours. Oh yeah, he is 6.
Oh yeah, he's definitely in there though. Okay. So wait, so who was on you don't have John Cena on yours?
No, I was out the game way before.
I was out the game too, but I do know about everything he's done.
Sure.
And I YouTube wrestling clips all day. Like that's just like my little side hobby. You can tell y'all the same age by these lists. I don't know. I don't think any true wrestling fan could argue the top 5 on both sides.
No, you can't.
You cannot argue our top 5.
There's too much greatness in this list.
Number 4. Oh, well, you have. Okay. The only difference is the Ric Flair and the Rock thing. See, I think the Mount Rushmore is my top 4. The Mount Rushmore is obviously your top 4. I don't know how you could leave the Rock off the Mount Rushmore. Flair, though, I get it. It's tough.
Limousine riding.
Doesn't matter though. That's the top 5. So I don't know, man. And I had some other lists. Let me bring it up. Hold up.
I'm having a hard time.
But Bugs liked Brock Lesnar.
Oh, Brock Lesnar.
Bugs liked Rey Mysterio Jr.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. The Chicano wrestlers, man.
I can't believe you didn't get him on the list.
I tried.
Great.
Well, see, like, there's a whole other fucking side of this, like the actual cruiserweights and the performers. Like, I hate to say,
Mankind.
Chris Benoit.
I mean, to me, Mankind is a top 5.
Yeah, he's definitely
wrestler. Sorry, I'm responding to the chat.
No, you're good. You're good. Mankind, I'm not mad at you if he's anywhere near. Mankind was the hardest working man in wrestling. Motherfucker got thrown off the Hell in the Cell.
Yeah,
nobody else would have did that. Nobody else would have did that.
Yeah,
and also, I just found this out in this documentary that I watched about all these wrestlers. He was the first dude that let China slam him because there was a lot of ego.
Legit.
And like they were cool with China being tough, but none of like the dude wrestlers were like, I'm not going to let her do that.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll do it. And he fucking slammed him into like the stairs and shit.
And
that kind of changed her. They became like good friends and shit.
Good.
So shout out to Justin who put his comment in our post I posted it earlier. He said number 1, Eddie Guerrero. Number 2, Chris Jericho. Number 3, Rey Mysterio Jr. But he also said, here's my attempt to have a top 10 no one else will have. 4, Diamond Dallas Page. 5, The Ultimate Warrior.
Okay.
Too short of a run for me, but he was big. 6, Bret the Hitman Hart. 7, Jake the Snake Roberts. 8, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. 9, Kurt Angle.
Oh, Kurt Angle.
He just seems like a piece of shit to me. I can't imagine having a solid conversation with him. Number 10, Brock Lesnar.
That's legit.
True.
Nobody's going to have that list. I can promise you that.
No, he did that on purpose. He had to. And then Jesse. So Jesse kind of broke his down. Ric Flair, the GOAT, in his opinion. Shawn Michaels, Mr. WrestleMania, and the man the GOAT says is the GOAT. Ric Flair is a big Shawn Michaels fan. John Cena, 16-time champ, longevity, mic work, ring work. This is Jesse breaking it down. Stone Cold, needs no argument. Right. The Rock, most charismatic, mic work, ring work. Hogan, people who have never watched wrestling know who Hogan is.
Yeah.
The Undertaker, The Streak, The Persona is the greatest character ever.
Yeah.
Roman Reigns. See, I don't know enough about Roman Reigns. A little past my time.
He's big time.
This tribal chief run is so damn good. I take your word for it. Rey Mysterio, the greatest luchador of all time. Over Eddie, though? Well, actually, Eddie's not a luchador. He's just Chicano. Jericho, dude's resume. Okay, so we're kind of all in the same general ballpark, but nobody has that list. Yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, man.
It's dope.
I was surprised you wanted to do wrestlers. I didn't really know like you fucked with the WWE like that.
I do.
I was gonna like break the news to you guys one day, like, guys, I really want to do wrestling. And like, I thought I was gonna get like pushback and shit. So
no, it's dope.
So
we all grew up in the 90s, man.
Yeah, dude, you couldn't miss it.
That's true. That's true.
You couldn't miss it.
So okay, I fuck with it. That's probably the closest top 10 we'll ever have.
Yeah,
like straight up.